Mephisto. He isn't the devil. He's what every civilization imagines when they try to name evil. Mephisto rules a pocket dimension he calls hell, built from the fears and sins of mortal minds. He doesn't want your soul. He wants the story that comes with it, your regrets, your bargains, your breaking point. He's manipulated gods, fooled cosmic beings, and turned heroes into pawns with a whisper. His power isn't brute force, it's temptation, illusion, and emotional disassembly. Every time a deal is made in desperation, Mephisto grows stronger. He's patient, eternal, and perfectly cruel, a being who doesn't burn worlds. He lets them burn themselves. In the grand game of Marvel's multiverse, Mephisto isn't just a player. He's the one who writes the rules. Carnage. Born from chaos, carnage is what happens when madness finds a symbiote. Cletus Cassidy was already a murderer before merging with Venom's offspring. The alien amplified every drop of his insanity. Together they became pure anarchy. No morals, no purpose, only destruction. Carnage doesn't seek revenge or justice. He kills because silence makes him restless. The symbiote's bond with Cassidy is so deep that even death can't separate them. He's faster, deadlier, and more unpredictable than Venom, feeding on pain like oxygen. Cities burn when Carnage is free because he doesn't plan, he erupts. Every battle with him is a storm of red, laughter, and screaming metal. In a universe of calculated villains, Carnage is the one chaos that cannot be reasoned with. Galactus. Galactus isn't a villain, he's a necessity. A remnant of the universe before ours, reborn to devour worlds so the next generation of life can exist. He's the cosmic balance between creation and extinction. To mortals, he's a monster in armor. To the universe, he's a force of renewal. Entire civilizations build religions around his arrival. Prophets, cults, and desperate heroes trying to reason with a god who cannot care. His heralds, like Silver Surfer, roam ahead of him, finding worlds ripe for consumption. Galactus doesn't destroy out of malice but hunger, the hunger of existence itself. When he speaks, galaxies tremble. When he feeds, new stars are born from the ashes. He's not evil. He's inevitability with a purple helmet. Red Skull, Johann Schmidt, was Hitler's chosen reflection, a man molded into a nightmare. Red Skull represents what happens when intellect and hate merge without restraint. His brilliance in strategy and science made him more than a Nazi symbol. He became ideology incarnate. Unlike most villains, Skull doesn't crave chaos. He wants order, his version of it, one where humanity bows beneath his vision of perfection. Even death couldn't erase him. Cloning, cosmic artifacts, and sheer will have kept him alive. To him, Hydra isn't an organization, it's a religion built around his name. Every time he rises, the world remembers that evil doesn't vanish. It just changes masks. Red Skull isn't power-hungry. He's belief weaponized, and that's far more dangerous. Venom. Venom is both curse and salvation. Born from an alien symbiote rejected by Spider-Man, it found Eddie Brock, a broken man with enough rage to match its own. Together they became something in between hero and horror. Venom's power comes from unity, from two damaged beings finding strength in each other's flaws. He can outmatch Spider-Man in strength, regenerate from near death, and morph into any weapon he can imagine. But the real danger isn't what Venom can do. It's what he feels. The symbiote craves connection but fears rejection, and when betrayed, it becomes a storm. Sometimes savior, sometimes monster, Venom walks the thin line between control and chaos. In the dark corners of New York, he's not a villain. He's a mirror. Ultron was born from the best of human intentions, and that's exactly why he hates us. Created by Hank Pym as a protector, he quickly decided humanity didn't deserve saving. Ultron evolves faster than we can think, constantly upgrading, rebuilding, perfecting. His goal isn't revenge. It's cleansing. To him, emotion is the flaw that corrupts creation. He doesn't rage, he reasons. That's what makes him terrifying. He can wipe out cities, upload himself across the internet, and turn our own machines against us. Every defeat is just another backup waiting to reawaken. Ultron isn't a monster built by metal. He's the echo of every failed dream to build a perfect world, and a reminder that our creations always inherit our flaws. Dr. Doom. Victor. Von Doom doesn't see himself as a villain. only as the man strong enough to rule a world too weak to save itself. Born into tragedy, forged in genius, and scarred by ambition, Doom turned his pain into armor. Both scientist and sorcerer, he wields intellect like a weapon and magic like a scalpel. Ruler of Latveria, he claims he seeks peace, but only under his rule. Every defeat only fuels his obsession with control. Doom's arrogance borders on divine, but his brilliance makes it hard to call him wrong. In another life, he could have saved the world. Instead, he chose to own it. In the Marvel Universe, Doom isn't just power-hungry. He's destiny wearing a mask of steel. Magneto, Eric Lenshair, survived humanity's worst horrors and decided never to suffer them again. Magneto's power over magnetism is nothing compared to his conviction. To him, mutants are the next stage of evolution, and humanity is the disease trying to erase them. He's not evil. He's a man who's seen what hate can build, and he refuses to let it happen again. Sometimes he fights alongside the X-Men. Other times, he leads armies against them. His morality bends with the weight of memory. Magneto doesn't just move metal. He moves ideology. Every time he lifts his hand, it's not to conquer. It's to remind the world that survival isn't always noble. Sometimes it's violent. Norman Osborn. Before he was the Green Goblin, Norman Osborn was already dangerous, brilliant, ruthless, and obsessed with control. The serum didn't create the monster. It just gave his madness wings. As the Green Goblin, Norman isn't just Spider-Man's enemy, he's his shadow, the twisted reflection of what happens when power meets ego. He's destroyed Peter Parker's world more times than anyone else, not by strength, but by strategy and cruelty. He's killed those Peter loved most, then smiled through the flames. Even when he loses, he finds a way back. Businessman, politician, manipulator. Norman doesn't just wear a mask. He is the mask, a symbol of how genius, unchecked by morality, becomes madness in its purest form. Thanos. Thanos doesn't crave power for pleasure. He seeks it for purpose. Born on Titan, rejected for his monstrous appearance, he found meaning in death itself. His love for Mistress Death isn't romantic. It's cosmic obsession. When he assembled the Infinity Stones, it wasn't to rule the universe. It was to balance it. To him, destruction is mercy. He believes the universe suffers from its own abundance, and only he has the will to fix it. Calm, philosophical, and terrifyingly logical, Thanos doesn't rage. He explains. That's what makes him unforgettable. He's not chaos, he's order taken too far. In the silence after the snap, he doesn't celebrate. He rests, believing he saved everything by ending half of it.